Rocket Right. I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes here with Dr. Kay Solar. And you know, Boudreaux Thibodeau, Boudreaux Tullier. So we are we're continuing our theme of wonderful people that you need to know and a lot of fun you can have. And summer's coming up. Summer camps, or everybody's kind of looking like, you know, with all the COVID precautions and everything else, where can I put my kids? What kind of physical activity might I want to do? How can I help my elderly parents defend themselves? A lot of great things. Right. So I'm so glad that you can come. You're a Partners One member, as we are, coming from the Partners One studio. So Jacky Tullier, how did you and your husband get started doing this? And what can we get people involved in to help them be healthier and stronger?
Well, the story is my husband was doing martial arts. I joined the school where he was training. I had a very stressful job, and so I could go punch things instead of people.
Yeah. Okay. I like this already.
And I could also...
Betsy says enroll me tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yes. So I could actually punch people as well as, you know, kicking shields. We weren't married at the time, and that is how we met. So he was one of my instructors. We no longer allow that, so so everybody's good.
Yeah. So you have small children, 3 and 4-year-olds.
Yes.
And there's some benefits to small kids. So let's talk a little bit about the wee children.
The wee children.
Yes. So we don't want them to hit each other. We just want them to learn a little discipline.
Right. Well, we call our 3 and 4-year-old program are the Tiny Tigers. And actually, one of the things we specialize in, and Dr. Kay may know more about this, is age-specific curriculum. So 3-year-olds, they want to please their parents, but they don't have vocabulary. They've only been speaking English for about 3 years and hearing it. And so when they punch you, that's actually their way of saying hello, or I like you, or I think you're cute, or whatever they want to say. So we do start with 3 and 4-year-olds who are in their own class, and it's about 30 minutes. One of the funny things I learned about 3 and 4-year-olds, they actually have very weak cores. So a lot of the activities we do are working on strengthening their core. So perhaps they're standing on one leg doing balance kicks, and that strengthens their leg and their core. And then, of course, we continue that. I have my notes. So one of the things our program does is we have stripes. So every class they come to, they're going to earn a stripe. So, for instance, Tiny Tigers might be working on the yellow stripe, which is crawling. So we make it fun. So it's a game, because we learn better when we're having fun. Like listening to Larry, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I paid attention. I was engaged. Just like I'm sure you've been to a few dry lectures in your day.
Oh, only a few.
So, just a few. But you probably remember the speakers that were more interesting.
Absolutely.
As well as their material. So with crawling, maybe the other kids make a tunnel and they crawl under them, or they're doing a relay race and crawling. So again, that strengthens the core. They're having fun. They don't know they're learning.
Right.
And then they feel a sense of accomplishment when they accomplish whatever, and then that makes them feel good. So
exactly. So each class, whether they're 3, they're 10, or 14, they get a stripe. So we get them warmed up, they do a mat chat, they do skills and drills, so the crawling, and they have a little tiny mini test, don't have to get anxious about it, and they get a stripe on their belt. And people love that. The kids
love that. I still have my boys' little belts with all their little stripes around them.
Yes.
And they're like special trunks.
So on your summer camp programs, how early do they start? Are they a week long? Because I think parents are listening to this thinking, yeah, that sounds like they take very good care of the children, keep them engaged. And tell us a little bit about your camp, since people are trying to kind of sign up now.
That would be great if they signed up. So we have, this year, we're only doing 3 camps. So 2 of them are weapons camps, and they're going to learn nunchucks and staff in one of the
I bet they love that.
From what ages are those?
Well, the weapons camp are for 7 to however old you want them to be.
They can feel like a Power Ranger.
Yes,
Yes.
they can. Or the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
You know,
that
the
I
Ninja
remember
Turtles.
that one.
I remember that one more.
Yeah.
And there's our flyer.
Oh, yeah, we want to scroll through some of these photos that we have.
I sent Betsy a lot of pictures.
Yes, and we're
So
going to
here we
share
go.
those pictures on our Facebook, too.
Okay, so here this child is breaking a board. That's about perseverance and a little bit of courage, but perseverance because even adults will look at boards and go, oh no, I can't break that. And so it's about carrying through. Maybe you don't break it the first time, but you break it the second time. And I'm going to tell you, oh, I should have brought a board. Board breaking is the coolest thing ever.
Okay, we'll have you back so that we can see who
Y'all
can
can
break it
break
the
a
fastest,
board.
me or Betsy.
This is actually a flexibility exercise. This is a core class. So it's our 7 to 9-year-olds.
And you have 2 locations. You have Baton Rouge and Prairieville, so people
Correct.
can reach you from across the greater Baton Rouge area, not just specific to Baton Rouge.
Yes. Our Prairieville location is across the street from Frank's, which is a Partners One member. Again, this is a flexibility exercise as well as some focus, different rings. I'm pretty sure that's core, which is our 7 to 9-year-olds. Apparently, I sent you all flexibility pictures.
Wow, so you could learn to do the splits right there, I can
Yes,
see.
we work on that. It's one of the stripes that age group has. Now, this is one of our little ninjas, which is our 5 and 6-year-olds, and he's looking at the stripes on his belt. And I love this picture. It's one of my all-time favorites. And that's my husband, not the short kid, but the guy in the back.
The guy that's
husband was
coming
the older one.
sideways
Yeah.
out of the wall,
Yes,
right?
yes, that's him. So we do a thing when we have new students. So this is parents working with their little ninjas in class. They're doing forms, forms can be very meditative and relaxing. They're harder than they look, so we have the parents work with the kids on the floor, so one, they get to experience, it's not as easy as it looks. And then when their children want help at home, they can work
they know
with
how
them a
to
little
do
bit
that.
more.
So this is experiential learning, which will have a better memory retention. And when the parents have done it, that might be something fun. Hey, Mom, let's do this, or Dad, let's do this. Remember we did that? That's really kind of a cool bonding, fun thing.
It is. We do have adults who train. In fact, we're getting ready to promote in 2 weeks. Aaron Helton is already a black belt, and he is 13. And his father just made black belt. So Aaron just tested for 2nd degree black belt, and Paul Helton just tested for black belt. So they're going to be promoted in about 3 weeks.
That's great. Do you do self-defense classes for women, men, anybody?
Well, we do it for anybody. We do incorporate it in our 10 and above. Less than that, we're really just teaching them, hurt them and run, scream and run. Older, for instance, if you grab my wrist, like this, we're going to teach you how to get out of that.
Because thumbs are weak.
Exactly. You have done this before.
I did do a couple of little classes, but I really need a refresher.
You do. And
I
you need
do.
a refresher with us. We have great
Yes.
fun. We break boards. We kick pads. We kick bob.
I think this might be more fun for me than hot yoga.
I have done hot yoga. This is definitely.
Betsy's wondering, is she going to sweat as much? That's the thing.
I don't mind
It's a
sweating, I just
different
don't want to
kind
pass
of
out.
sweat.
That's all.
It's a different kind of sweat. I've done hot yoga. This is way more fun.
Yeah. So I think that this does look like a lot of fun. And so tell me about some of the things you're doing right now for adults. Do you have like a certain night or is it different classes? Like let's say that somebody.
You're ready to come in.
Yeah.
Certainly, we have adult-only classes, which for us is 15 and above, sometimes 14-year-olds, kind of depends. They have their own classes because, again, we do age-specific training. When we started, we used to put, and Dr. K probably remembers this, if you were a white belt and you were 6, you were in the same class with a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
But we don't put 6-year-olds in the same classes with 12-year-olds because intellectually they're way different.
Right.
So we don't do that anymore. But once about 15, we just throw you all together.
I really like your approach to looking at specifically where they are in the way they communicate, where they are in the way that they physically are able to do different things, where they feel they've won. It's a sense of accomplishment. And it's not setting them up kind of for failure, because it is intimidating to walk into a class or walk into a school and you see people at different levels moving at different paces. And at first you're going to walk in and go, no matter whether you're 3 or 53, you're not going to walk in and go, I can do that. You know, you're going to be like, I kind of hope I can.
I don't know, you
Yeah.
might.
Yeah.
We get those too,
Yeah.
but
So if people want to know how to find you, the best way to look at your schedule, your camps, and all the different programs is to call you. And you can call, but of course the website has more information.
right, our website is www.americanfamilyma.com, but our phone number 272-KICK.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
how easy to
272-KICK.
remember.
225-272-KICK.
Yeah.
So I
That's
love that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to come and do a little,
Little
try it
self-defense.
out.
We could do a little 12-minute segment on self-defense.
Okay,
I
that
think we
works for
should
me.
do that,
That will
actually.
kill my husband because he can go for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, Betsy and I aren't going to be able to do that. We're going to be like your 15-minute girls.
Our life is in 12-minute segments. That's right. Thank you so much for coming. I
great
really do appreciate it. We hope that everybody will give our Partners One friends, Larry Boudreaux with Cousin Boudreaux's Cajun Spices, and American Family Martial Arts, just please give them a call. Check out their websites. We love our Partners One fellow members, and we're going to be right back talking about a few things you need to know about esophageal cancer and some other ways that you can help those that you love. And we're going to be right back on Rocket Right with Betsy Barnes and Dr. Kay Solar.
And Dr. Keith Rhines up next.
That's right.